Hi everyone, Kelt here, bringing you my thoughts on the British royal family and Harry and Meghan, and today I'll be talking about Meghan's former friend, Jessica Mulroney. Jessica Mulroney, who was once Meghan's chief bridesmaid, is navigating the end of her 16-year marriage to Ben Mulroney. Reports from Toronto indicate Ben walked away, leaving Jessica deeply upset. She shared the news at a wedding last month, attended alone with figures like LeBron James and Drake. Lawyers are now involved. Jessica and Meghan were once inseparable. Jessica's twin boys, Brian and John, were page boys at Meghan's 2018 royal wedding, and her daughter Ivy was a bridesmaid alongside Princess Charlotte. And we all know about the story to do with the bridesmaid dress fittings, so you can find my video on that. That was absolutely horrific. That wasn't Jessica's fault. That was Meghan using Jessica's daughter Ivy to torment little Princess Charlotte. I'll include the video link in the description. Jessica and Meghan's bond was evident. Jessica styled Meghan, travelled with her, even arranged private jets for her to visit Prince Harry. Meghan once called Jessica savvy, fashionable and très cool on her blog, The Tig. But their friendship ended abruptly in 2020 after a public race row. Black lifestyle blogger Sasha Exeter accused Jessica of threatening her livelihood over a disagreement tied to Black Lives Matter. Jessica's private messages, including a mention of a potential libel suit, sparked backlash. Companies dropped her. Her TV show was cancelled and her husband left his job at eTalk in solidarity. Jessica issued a public apology referencing her closest friend and race, likely alluding to Meghan, but the damage was done. She later spoke of severe depression, suicidal thoughts and reliance on antidepressants, with her mother stepping in to care for her. A source claims that Jessica traces her troubles back to Meghan's wedding. The exposure from their friendship amplified the 2020 scandal, costing her both the friendship and, indirectly, her marriage. She now views that time as a dark cloud, in her words, and regrets her role in the wedding. Social media clues: Jessica not wearing her wedding ring since March, Ben omitting her in posts, hint at their unravelling. By June, Jessica posted a sombre portrait, possibly signalling her new single life. Ben, once a liberal media figure, has shifted to a right-wing persona. Despite a heartfelt 2021 post calling Jessica his everything, he's now let her go. Meghan, meanwhile, seems to have moved on, notably excluding Jessica while inviting her former client, Mindy Kaling, to her TV show with Love Meghan, a move that some see as cruel. Jessica and Ben, married since 2008 after meeting as teens, were Toronto's power couple, with Jessica's curated Instagram showcasing designer clothes, a large home, and family life with their 3 children. That image is now fractured. Neither commented on the split. The story of Jessica Mulroney is one of the highs: friendship with royalty, a glamorous wedding role, and lows: a public scandal, a broken friendship, and a marriage's end. For Jessica, the cost of her tie to Meghan may have been too steep. The differences between Meghan and Jessica, I think, are quite profound, even though they resembled each other in some ways and dressed similarly and seemed to have similar personalities. There are some big differences. Jessica is often described as ambitious, social, and deeply engaged in the fashion and media world. Sources portray her as a charismatic figure who leveraged her friendship with Meghan to boost her career, gaining prominence through roles on Good Morning America and her wedding show, I Do Redo. She's depicted as a devoted mother, frequently sharing family moments with her 3 children on social media, and resilient, launching a sleep-focused brand, The Bedside Manor, in 2024, despite personal and professional setbacks. Posts on X highlight her as polished and professional, but suggests that she can be assertive, sometimes to a fault, as seen in her 2020 dispute with influencer Sasha Exeter. In contrast, Meghan Markle is often characterised as strategic. Critics on X and in articles describe her as self-focused, citing her falling out with Mulroney and others as evidence of cutting ties when relationships no longer serve her. She has a history of ghosting people, even her own family. The 2020 race row, where Jessica referenced her friendship with Meghan in an apology for problematic behaviour, reportedly offended Meghan, who felt that Jessica was capitalising on their bond. Isn't that rich? This led to their estrangement, with Meghan distancing herself, as evidenced by Jessica's absence from Meghan's Netflix series and social media. Jessica's public apologies and attempts to salvage her reputation suggest a willingness to adapt, though some see this as damage control rather than genuine warmth. Meghan's actions, like sending flowers to Jessica in 2021, indicate kindness but also a calculated approach to relationships. There are many that are saying that Jessica Mulroney is a much nicer person and that Meghan is cold and self-serving. So it seems that Meghan made the most of Jessica, in that Jessica was of great use to Meghan in the early days. She had the contacts through her husband and through being the power couple in Canada, and she was instrumental in Meghan meeting what some call the love of her life, which is Marcus Anderson. Many are saying that Marcus is Meghan's true love, and through him she met Harry, and Jessica helped her in every way to form her relationship with Harry. Meghan would call Jessica and text her regarding every step of the first stages of that relationship, even gushing to her about how it was happening when Harry was proposing to her. So for Jessica to feel now that the wedding was a black cloud over her life, then we don't know the half of it. We know a lot of the bad stuff that went on with Meghan, where she was bullying Princess Charlotte and comparing and praising Jessica's children. But we don't know what Jessica's witnessed and what her thoughts were on it. She's always seemed to be a more genuine person than Meghan, and I think it would be absolutely brilliant if Jessica wrote a book. Maybe now is the time. So let me have your comments, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.